Version 6.0 in Genshin Impact is finally here, and you might be a new player to Genshin, a returning player, or someone who quit the game and is actually here for fun. Whether you like the game or hate the game, we will all agree on the 5 stages of playing Genshin Impact. It's been like a week since I didn't upload a video. I know I'm taking a little bit of time here, but hey, we're back. I wanted to make this idea to be somewhat of a video that is relatable for a Genshin lover or a Genshin hater, and also a person that never played the game. And you have to be ready because with every stage, it gets more and more brutal. Anyway, the first stage is hype stage, or the honeymoon phase. This is the best of the best. This is probably the best time you've ever played Genshin. This is when you're trying to see how the game works, how the game actually is different than a lot of other games, especially if you played it a while ago. Probably you didn't try other open world gacha games like Wuthering Waves and you've came to this game since years. You will see a lot of new things, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good quality of a game for free. Especially if you're new to gacha, a game like this, with this quality, with this gameplay, with all of these characters, with this story, shouldn't be free. You'll be like, yeah, this is crazy, you know? And you will be introduced to gacha. It won't really matter if you are someone who is already familiar with gacha games and how it works and the banners, or if you are new to that, because it's easy to get pulls at the start, you will get characters, it will be fun, you'll get that dopamine rush for your first 5-star, especially if you never tried gacha. That would be crazy. Everything is good. You will play the game, you will reach Inazuma, you will probably even reach Sumeru and Fontaine, you will play a lot of hours, so basically your hype stage will be so powerful, depending on the person of course, but at least until you finish Liyue, you're so hyped about the game. Stage 2 is where we're starting to get serious. Addiction. Genshin Impact will become your daily routine. Might even be the best game you're currently playing, or just one of the good games you're playing now and you're having fun with the story, with the gameplay, with collecting characters and actually leveling up so that you can get more and more damage to your characters. Remember, Genshin players, here you are still leveling up and you still have so much potential to any character that you got. Even if it's a 4-star, you just like any character that you have, you don't have so much knowledge about the meta and all the characters. The second stage doesn't have so much to talk about. You're just finishing with the story, you're just leveling up your account, you're just exploring. It's like the hype phase, but you're just getting a little bit of what you already know, but it's still fun. Stage 2 will be there for a good time until you reach AR45. You're still playing the game, you got a lot of things, but you're now gonna actually start building the characters the right way in stage 3. You finally unlocked 5-star artifacts. You actually have more than one 5-star character. You are Genshin Impact. You are the guy. You are now becoming an expert and actually becoming someone who understands most of the game. Your gacha addiction is starting to get bigger. You don't know how to save some money for the characters. But after being addicted to the game and how you're progressing so fast, now you're gonna slow down in a lot of things with discovering 5-star artifacts. You are getting beat up by a lot of those domains and you're actually trying co-op for the first time, and if you're one of the majority of the players, you probably don't like that because some people are just gonna be toxic to you because you have really bad characters. Some will even just get you out of their world, and it will really take some time, and this is where a lot of people will be having some problems if they didn't really save their resin. But I'm expecting you to be someone who knows what he's doing, you know? So you're basically in this stage just grinding and farming and grinding and farming for absolute random artifacts to get your character to do decent damage. And the thing is here, with stage 1 and 2, you actually did try something with Spiral Abyss, and as somebody who was still experiencing the gameplay, who is still learning, even if you are in stage 3, you will be a little bit challenged when you try Spiral Abyss. The first floors where you get a lot of rewards, you're getting some good challenges that are not easy for a new player, especially if you're not wailing on the game and you're still learning and you're trying new builds, and with a better build you are able to clear more floors. And until you get the last 4 floors that are resetting, you would be expecting the same outcome. A good challenge that requires you to grind. When you grind you get better. Getting better will give you so much rewards. So the whole grinding that you're currently doing to make your characters better, to level them up even more, to get better artifacts, is mainly to clear the Spiral Abyss and mainly to see big numbers. And it's really painful painful when you get those bad artifact rolls. And we all know how relatable that is. But I named this stage Pain, not only because it's an artifact hell, but also you're holding into a really, really thin layer of hope. In the same time, expecting so much from your characters and the gameplay of the game after you finish that. But in the same time, it's taken so much time. It's been tens and hundreds of hours of playing the game and you're still farming. You already are almost clearing the Spiral Abyss and you might even clear it until you clear it all and you'll be like, what am I farming for? And this will take you to stage 4. Now this is where we're gonna have so many variations. Stage 4 and 5 is where you're gonna determine your destination. And in stage 4, you already understand everything about the game, you know how to build your characters decently, you know how to actually clear somewhat of the Spiral Abyss. But the best name for stage 4, even if you still like the game, stage 4 will be for everyone, Burnout. Now, as I said, there is variation, but Burnout is there. You are not having the same fun you had from stage 1, 2, and 3. There's less purpose with the game. You already know what's gonna happen. There's no much surprises. And your whole routine with the game will change, especially that you're running out of resin. When that means that you're not gonna be able to play the game for hours now, and you will have to wait for dailies and do some farming every day and wait for new patches. This is where you're gonna probably start to pay more attention to events in the game, where you're gonna try to get everything new from the game. You want the game to surprise you, you still have hope for the game and you want it to become better and you want more. But in the same time, you're tired of what you have been doing for months now. So you're either gonna start ghost logging in, which basically you just don't log in the game every day. Play it from time to time, wait for patches and play events, you know, connect with people, make some friends into the game community, you know it all. Or you will still be doing your dailies every single day, but then you're not playing the game as much as before. Now, as you see, there's different perspectives here, but that's why stage 5 is here, and that's the most important stage, that there is so many differences in it, but I try to make it into 3 phases or 3 different personalities, but they all fall down into one thing: coping. So stage 5 will be named Acceptance and Coping. Let me explain. Some people might say that you are accepting that the game is bad, but no. There's 3 types of people here. You're either accepting that you're gonna be always playing the game every single day, playing the dailies, doing the events and doing the new story, and being a person that is always going to defend this game and be happy with it no matter what. The second people are just gonna accept that the game is actually not for them anymore. They're not getting what they got before in stage 1, 2, and 3, and they might still play the game for the story. And stage 3 is someone who absolutely quits the game and never logs in again forever. But the stage is called Acceptance and Coping because they all will fall into coping. Every single type of player here, and you're lying if you're not. Okay, you have at least that 1% of you that is coping with Genshin Impact. Even if you quit the game, you might be so happy when you see a good change into Genshin Impact, and you will now be chasing the media, trying to see what they will add into the game, trying to see if they will add some good quality of life changes, end game things, everything that you want from the game. People who play the game every day are gonna be coping into thinking that this dev will be always delivering, and those haters will join our side every day. They don't really like competition, by the way. And the other 2 are just gonna be complaining a lot, and some of them are gonna be complaining on how the first type is actually defending the game when it doesn't need to be defended. So everyone here is accepting the role. But the craziest thing about this is that people here might actually change and switch places. You can be for a second a Genshin hater, then you become someone who is a stan, and then you can switch up again and quit the game. It's really crazy. And I left it till the end, although those people are probably the vast majority of the players. These are people who don't actually care. People who played the game, had fun, quit, or stayed in the game, still playing, not playing, it doesn't matter. They just say, I had fun in this game, if they even ask them. But they never watch things on Twitter, never see what people are thinking, if they're hating, if they're defending, they don't care. And as I said, even if they are the majority of people, they are the silent ones, and that's why I kept them to the end. But before you go, I want to know, which type are you? For me, I'm someone who quit the game for a year. Maybe I'll come back for the story, but not really planning to now. What about you? That was the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.